What's up, YouTube? Today is very exciting because Gritshift has just delivered their new release direct mount handlebar stem mount for the surron. I'm going to go over a little bit about the construction of it, the build quality, what I think, and then some basic tools that you're going to need for this job. I'm filming in my house today because it's 20 degrees out, and who wants to be out there in this kind of weather? All right, here is the direct handlebar stem mount for the surron by Gritshift. Packaging is very nice. Do not relabel. Gritshift direct mount stem.
Spelling error, guys.
Riser stem 2 inches black. No. So comes with obviously the mount. Comes with all the hardware for it. Looks like nice stainless steel Allen keys. And here it is, guys. Now feeling this in my hands feels amazing. Looks like billet aluminum, maybe powder coated or dipped and treated. Lines are good. There's no sharp edges. Everything's very smooth. The bolts that they use, stainless steel. Looks like stainless steel Allen keys, right? And basically what this does, it's going to mount to the top of your crown here on your surron. I have the Fox 40s that I got redone. So those will mount directly to this, and it should be very, very similar to what I have now. But now the good thing about direct mount stems, a couple things. For one, when it is mounted here on the handlebar, right now this design can twist. You have a clamp here that actually clamps the handlebar to the stem. And then you have your triple tree here. But this kind of design, if you go down hard or land hard on your handlebar, it's gonna naturally twist, which some of you might think, well, you know, you don't want to put all the force on your crown here and possibly break it. Well, let's think about that for a second. Now, if I was out jumping and I didn't have this on there, right? Let's just get rid of this. If I was out jumping and all my weight came down, say on the left or right side, or maybe my tire hit an obstacle and all that force went into the bar and twisted this, it's not gonna end up pretty for me. Why? Because this is gonna push forward. Now my bars are, you know, cockeyed going down the road, and it's just not good. So this direct stem mount is gonna give you more durability. It's gonna last longer. It's gonna give you more control for going off jumps, because right now everything is in this one little mount, okay? So if you're trying to pick the front end up for doing wheelies or hopping over a log or something like that, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna work. But this is what you need. And I'm gonna show you why, and I'm gonna show you how to install it. Basic tools, all right? You're gonna need some Allen keys. 5, a 4, and I think this is a 3. Might be standard size. But anyways, you're gonna need some tools, okay? Next thing you're gonna need, which I don't have the right size, is you're gonna need some stem spacers. When you take this off, you're gonna have to either cut your fork, which I'm not gonna do on my Fox 40s, but you're gonna have to cut that to bring this down so you can actually clamp it. Or you're gonna have to go get some thicker spacers, pretty much the thickness of this current mount here, okay? What that's going to do is it's going to space this all up so you can always go back and it's going to have the proper clamping force. So when you tighten this, it's actually tightening down the top of the crown here. All right, the first thing is what you want to do is you want to grab your 4mm, okay? You're going to want to take this clamp off, basically separate your current bar from the stem here, all right? All right, next thing you do is you're gonna grab your 5mm. You're gonna take off the cap from your stem, securing it to the top of the crown. So loosen that all the way, take it out, set that aside. What you're gonna wanna do now is you wanna grab your 4mm here, and you're gonna wanna loosen these two bolts here, just enough that you can slide it off of the fork. Okay, next thing you want to do, I have a 532, but if you have a metric size, that would be preferable. But you're going to take off all these bolts from your light bracket. You're going to keep this, and then you're going to sandwich the new bracket here right on top with the new bolts that are provided. With everything disconnected, all you're going to do is going to put your light bracket, this bracket, and then all of these new Allen keys right down through the crown. Now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put some blue Loctite on these and then torque them down to spec. You don't need much. So let's get that done, all right? Okay, once everything's lined up, just take your 5mm, like I said, torque these down evenly. You don't need a lot of pressure. I would recommend getting a torque wrench here and just torquing these down to spec. As far as torque goes, like I say, you don't need much. I would probably torque them to 7 to 10 Newton meters. All right, got that mounted up. Next thing you're gonna do is just take off the front cap here. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna install your bars inside. Now when you're installing your bars inside, make sure your current bar is clean. You're gonna swing it right up here, and you're gonna wanna line up. It's got little markings here. This tells you the degree that the bar is at, but it's also gonna show you you know, if you're aligned. So you want to make sure this line here on the right and on the left is evenly spaced, and then just get your right correct angle that you want, put the cap on. That's there you have it, guys. Everything's mounted up. Man, looking at this, looking at the construction of it, I am impressed. I really am. Everything lined up perfectly. There's no issues. Nothing stood out at me as far as being wrong. Everything worked with your factory light in the bracket, which is really nice. The only thing you got to do next is, like I said, you're gonna go down, pick up some spacers. They have different size ones. If you guys don't want to cut this, which I would recommend not, you want to space all the way up just past this lip here. So it's just above the lip, not by much. And then you're gonna tape your top piece here and secure it down, tighten it up like any other bike, all right? So if you guys don't have this, easiest thing would be to order online, or like I said, your local bike shop. If you guys are good with pipe and wanna cut it down, you wanna make sure it's thin enough that it sits between these brackets and it slides up and down very nicely, so. All right, guys, that's pretty much it on the install. It's pretty basic. What I want to do now is, once I get everything tightened up with this, I'm going to take it out and actually properly test it. So stay tuned for that video, and thanks for joining me.